Today, I'm gonna make an obstacle course, but I'm gonna make it invisible. At least until you get close. A couple weeks ago, I made a video on distance fade, a transparency fall-off effect for your games, and showcased how you could use it to make borders. In that video, I saw this. Something that generates the parts, or at least being able to see the parts, as you get closer to them. And I said, hey, what if we made an invisible obstacle course? Since then, I've been doing a bit of research and found this, a self-generating obstacle course. So without going through everything that this dev forum post says, it pretty much creates a new obstacle course every time you play the game, completely randomly. So what if we combined a self-generating obstacle course with distance fade in parts? This could be really cool. So here in this Obby, but it's invisible studio place, if we click play, we have the sort of fading in parts effect. And as you can see, it's already a cool Obby type of thing. However, we have another studio place that is this, which is nothing except for some UI buttons. If we click play, you can see we have this loading screen, which I'll have to change. I would like to note that this is open sourced, and shout out to the Real 28 and Mortine Jeff. Hey, I don't know how to say this, but shout out to these two guys for making this system and making it open sourced. As you can see, if we play right here, this is what the obstacle course looks like, and you can see it loading in back there. Death parts do work. There's a whole bunch of different stuff in here. I'm not going to play through a super long time to show you, but I will load it in one more time just so you can see it's a completely different system. Let's click test again, and boom, now we have this, a completely different obstacle course. Imagine if you couldn't see any of it though until you got this close. I'm gonna hit up my buddy Robo and see if he'll help, because I have a feeling there's gonna be some sort of combining of scripts and all this kind of stuff. And I'll check in when we make a little bit of progress and then discuss the next step. Alright guys, my epic skills. I mean, my copy and paste this into the studio. The way I think we would tackle this is, I don't even know, maybe put these in a group called transparent parts with this, and then just make the parts generate into these folders instead of this. That's why I got Robo on board. I'm not sure how he's gonna make it work, but he said it sounds easy, so I will see you guys with a somewhat playable game, and then we'll start checking out these UIs, changing some stuff to our liking. This is every single stage in this obstacle course. It's all black and white for now, but that's because the scripts auto-generate the colors. So even if you were to get this stage 2 times, like each time you started a new game, it could be a completely different color and look completely different. Now, we are a bit concerned if the trusses, for example, will work with this distance fade. We're about to figure some stuff out. So Robo and I have been testing around with some stuff, and there's a couple things we're just not really able to do, at least without some modifications. So check this out. We have the invisible parts, right? And right here, it looks like another normal part, but this is a wedge. So the way this works is like a surface GUI on each side of the part. So it just uses like the face area of it to display it. So since this is a wedge, its hitbox is still, it looks like a part. This is a truss, which you could still climb, but a player looking at it, it's just a part, and they wouldn't really think to climb it. We're gonna see if we can edit the scripts to work with maybe the truss. I don't think we're gonna make it work with the wedge. All right, fellas. Is it done? Technically, yes. But there is a bit of an issue as well. It is, some would say, not... It's not really playable, guys. So, if you wait, as you can see, it's loading in, and it's so incredibly laggy because it's still loading in, and the longer the obbies load in, the more laggy the game gets. So we're going to be working on fixing that. And we haven't gotten color generation to work. But holy cow. We're making, like, progress, sort of. But also, like, degressing as well. Alright, a few more things to do. We need this developer product for skipping this stage. We're gonna make that 19 Robux, I guess. Let's create that developer product and copy the ID. I can also show you guys a bit of an update. If we go into the game, we got rid of most of the UI. I didn't feel like settings was much needed within a obstacle course game. We also don't really need a shop because I'm not really trying to make a ton of Robux off of this game. I just, more of a proof of concept, if you will. And all the other buttons, we didn't really need them. So all we have now is the skip stage button at the top. And I don't know why this part is here, but you know, we'll forget about that for now. And we got everything colored. So as you can see all of the checkpoints, which was kind of by design. And check it out. The obby is invisible until you're close enough, which makes it quite a bit harder. The game is technically done. Checkpoints do work, and the obby is invisible. However, trusses, I think, at least for now, we're gonna keep how they are. And hopefully the player will just kind of understand that they can climb them. If you guys have an idea on how to tackle those, definitely let me know. And if you have any more ideas for this game that we could add, whether that be, I mean, really anything. The ideas could be limitless. This effect also inadvertently fixed one of those issues. On these, you can usually look through the part to figure out which one is, you know, is solid, but now you can't because of this effect, which is kind of cool. Trusses once again. I think this is a pretty cool idea. Definitely needs a lot of polish though, and I could see it getting somewhere actually. Not in its current state, but you know, having a hard time with the stage. 15, I'll have to change that to 19. But yeah, guys, the game is done. The wedges, I also didn't fix the wedges. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it makes it harder, but it also makes it like a little strange. So we may have to fix those as well for an update. If you guys want me to make this into a more full game with the top comments from this video, let your boy know. I am gonna go find someone who can make a thumbnail, which really, it might be cool just to have like this kind of an effect. We'll see. All right, I have unlocked my my creative mastery. Does it really have to be a PNG for the icon? Wow. Well, at least we have a thumbnail. Perfect. I literally took a screenshot, put invisible obby, and 99% failed. And here is the icon or the thumbnail, but this went down here. This is where that was. Perfect. I'm gonna make this a PNG, and then I think we're good to go. Let's just check that on. Save changes. Go to icon, upload image, invisible obby, save changes. We do need a description for this game. There we go. Oh man, I feel so official already. Can't forget maturity and compliance since I always forget it. Perfect. All right, guys, I just changed up the loading screen a little bit. I'll have to move this text down, but other than that, I think this works out fine for me. I am gonna go ahead and publish and test it out. We'll see if it's good, bad, or something in between. But let's see. Oh, we are successful, I think. Okay, so as you can see, invisible. I'm already I'm already dead. Everything is invisible until you are at it. I think this is a really cool idea. I never fixed the wedges, so if any part is not a perfect cube or part, you will like kind of sink into it. It definitely makes it a little bit harder, and I do plan to fix that. If you guys want me to make updates to this game, you definitely gotta let me know. All right, it's gonna be one. Oh, I thought I was gonna get it first try, but of course not. Anyways, the game is ready to go. It'll be the first link in the description. If you guys have any more ideas for this idea, let your boy know, and I will get them added in. But that will wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and want to see more content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.